Now we're getting into more fun part of the classes, which is about GenAI and how to use GenAI in accounting and finance. So let's start from a very basics, plain vanilla ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is a very powerful model, and especially with the most recent GPT model 5 released this year, it can do a lot for accounting and finance. So in this course, I will briefly use two Excel files to demonstrate how ChatGPTs can be used to help us. Let's get started. First, I have two Excel files here. One is sales by customer, another is cost of sales by customer. Let's open them up and take a look. Looks like for sales by customer, we have three columns: date of the sales, customer, A, B, C, and D in here, and some revenue numbers. So it basically says on this day, for this customer, there is a revenue from that customer for 4533. Let's go look at cost of sales by customer now. Similar things. We have date, customer, and cost of sales. So those are two different Excel files listing revenue and cost of sales by date and by customer. So intuitively, you want to merge the two and basically to find what's the respective cost of sales for each sales happened on each day for those customers. So ChatGPT can help us to easily do that. Now let's go back to ChatGPT. And all I need to do is essentially drag those two files in ChatGPT and give a simple prompt. Help me merge the two files by common columns using your data analysis ability. So, and this part is probably more safe because I want ChatGPT to actually do a little bit Python behind the scenes to merge those two files. That way it's more accurate. Let's go ahead and give it a try. First, ChatGPT read those two Excel files and show the displays for us. And because we said use your data analysis ability, it quickly picked Python and then started using pandas to do the merge. And this part is exactly the same like the pandas classes we had before. Now with this, it's already merged. So it asks me whether I want to export this merged dataset and or run further analysis. So I will say, give me the merged dataset, but also give me the data unmatched from each file, because I want to see what are the data not yet matched from each other. So ChatGPT basically continues the Python script, find the matched records, and unmatched records. So basically, I want the spreadsheet. Now it continue write out the Python script for the spreadsheet. Now let's take a look. See, like the matched record, essentially it find for that customers on that day, there's cost of sales and revenue here. I prefer revenue to be put in front of cost of sales, but this is okay. And let's look at the unmatched cost only. And this is basically saying those cost of sales couldn't find a match for revenue. And then those revenues basically couldn't find a match for cost of sales. So this is pretty quick, right? And this is basic ChatGPT. Like we didn't do anything fancy at all. Just gave the files to ChatGPT and do a simple prompt. And many of the small tasks and like quick tasks you are doing for finance and accounting, you can basically give ChatGPT a try. Now we have seen how plain vanilla ChatGPT is able to help with very simple accounting and finance tasks, manipulating Excel. We want to do a little bit deeper. So there are many functionalities offered by the plain ChatGPT, including deep research, create image, and agent mode. So I believe like create the image, many people tried it. You can create a pretty good image for your website logo or for your presentation. And also deep research, you can ask AI to do some research on a topic you are not familiar with. And the deep research, you're going to search many sites and basically AI will explain things way better than the off-the-shelf AIs that is able to do for you. But in our class, those two are too simple. Our class, I want to give you a little bit more introduction around agent mode. Agent mode is something like if you have to execute a plan, your plan includes multiple steps, multiple tasks. Agent mode would be perfect for you. So let's go ahead and try the agent mode. But before we start anything, let me first ask you this question. Who do you think who understands AI the best? Do you think the OpenAI engineers understand OpenAI's AI solution the best? Or do you think anyone else out there? So the quick answer is really AI understand AI the best. So what I want to try to say here is when you write prompt, no matter how hard you try, um, more likely than not, AI can write the same prompt way better than what human would do. So in our case, I will basically say this. If you have a very complicated task you want AI to help you out, it's probably best to ask AI first to draft the prompt for you. Don't just draft the prompt all by yourself. That's just not worth it. So for example, recently there's big news, right? Three companies, NVIDIA, Oracle, and OpenAI, came together, have this Stargate project. If you haven't heard about the news, let's take a look at the NVIDIA's strategic partnership announcement. And they're going to deploy 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA GPUs, essentially. 10 gigawatts are a lot of GPUs. And what this partnership is about is NVIDIA is going to invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI. And OpenAI is actually going to use most of the $100 billion investment to basically purchase Oracle from Oracle, the data centers that is equipped with NVIDIA GPUs. So you can tell it is more like a three-way transaction here. NVIDIA put money into OpenAI, and OpenAI buying from Oracle, and Oracle is buying from NVIDIA. So this transaction poses very interesting revenue recognition questions, especially NVIDIA. Both NVIDIA and Oracle are public companies. We have to follow accounting standards for revenue recognitions. Particularly, it's called ASC 606. With this, I want ChatGPT to do investigation and find out what the transaction is about, and also help me to write a ASC 606 memo, which is a very complex task. To start, I wrote this very simple prompt. The prompt of mine is really this is where I'm asking ChatGPT to write a prompt for me. But I briefly in this prompt described what I want ChatGPT's prompt to include. basically I said, well, I'm very interested to investigate this recent three-way transactions among NVIDIA, Oracle, and OpenAI. And definitely want ChatGPT to search the internet and evaluate search in the context of 606, which is a accounting standard for revenue recognition. And then I want ChatGPT to agent to write a detailed 606 analysis memo. The memo should include, what sections I want. So now I'm just this is my prompt is pretty good already, but I still want ChatGPT to write the prompt for me. So let me send this to ChatGPT and to see what kind of a prompt ChatGPT is able to write. And then you will immediately see the difference. Let's give it a minute. Now you can tell ChatGPT start drafting the prompt for us. And you can tell it's written a SQL style of the prompt, so I can just easily copy this and send it to the agent mode. Um, and it basically provides a search window, which I will modify it later because we don't need to be that early because this event happened really, last month. And then sources to prioritize, company press releases, SEC filings. Those are very important things to consider. And also it defines what the fact rigor should be and how to build a structured fact base before the analysis. And then it comes down to the accounting issues you must address and then cite the relevant 606 paragraphs precisely. So you can tell this prompt is way better than the prompt I wrote earlier by myself, right? So, and this is where you really need to take this trick when you want AI to execute a very complex task. Use AI to come up with the proper prompt first. With this being said, we will get the ChatGPT agent to work next. Now with this prompt copied, we can start a new session. And this time, I'm going to select the agent mode and copy over the AI written prompt for us. And here, the only thing I'm going to change is the scope. Because this is a very recent event, I'm going to only allow AI to search July 2025 through today. So that way, it basically makes the search more concise. With this slight change, I will go ahead and send this, and then we will witness the ChatGPT agent mode works in action. So it easily found the 10 gigawatts partnership we just saw earlier. And then for the next few minutes, it will continue doing the search on the internet and find out the details about the deal to the extent possible. And of course, once you started the agent, you don't have to wait for it to finish. I'm waiting here is really for the tutorials purposes. Once you start the agent, really, you can open a new tab and do your own thing, and you don't have to spend the time waiting for the agent to finish. Now, folks, AI has finished researching all the relevant articles, now it starts planning memos for revenue recognition. This is where the ChatGPT agent is creating multi-step tasks for itself. And then after the planning, it will either write the code or will either directly populate the content. We'll see it in the next few minutes. So now our report is ready after 20 minutes of work. Let's take a look. It started the background, what this Stargate AI data center platform is, and the agent lists out the key dates since July, and mostly focused in September because September is where the news broke out. And it listed out the relevant 606 guidance about contract identification combination, as well as, of course, what is performance obligation in those transactions. And this is a key standard AI is able to find consideration payable to a customer. For NVIDIA, the money invested into OpenAI is again used as a purchase from NVIDIA's its own product, right? So we need to look at that specific guidance to basically discern how to apply the accounting treatment. So the memo analysis, it gives arrangement by arrangement details. And then it listed all the sources it cited, and this is where I can quickly share it. And in fact, I'm gonna share this directly on LinkedIn and show this is the article AI has analyzed for us using ChatGPT agent model. So I hope by now you can tell how quickly you can use OpenAI's plain vanilla OpenAI's to do some quick data analysis by directly dropping your Excel files or CSV files, and also to do some more in-depth deep research plus some memo actions. And you can really ask AI to do a lot in an agent mode. So I hope you enjoy this class, and we will get to more advanced and more interesting stuff in our next few classes. Thank you very much.